This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. Hillary Clinton conceding, President Obama urging unity, Republicans taking a victory lap, and protesters now hitting the streets in some cities across the country. This all less than 24 hours after voters elected Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States. ABC's Lauren Lister has more on all of that and what's next.
Good afternoon, everybody.
As politicians urge the country to unify behind President-elect Donald Trump, thousands of protesters hitting the streets from New York to Chicago to Seattle. Just hours earlier, Hillary Clinton facing her tearful supporters fresh from a divisive campaign and a stunning defeat, saying it's time to unite behind Trump.
We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
Clinton getting emotional, too.
This is painful, and it will be for a long time.
Shortly after, President Obama saying it's time to come together, prioritizing a smooth handover to the next president.
We are now all rooting for his success. The peaceful transition of power is one of the hallmarks of our democracy.
Trump overnight Tuesday capturing the presidency in an historic upset, winning key battlegrounds and even some traditional Democratic strongholds, watching in Trump Tower as the election returns rolled in. Staffers cheering as they closed in on victory. And just before 3 a.m., President-elect Trump helping his son Barron before leading his family into the hotel ballroom for an acceptance speech before throngs of elated supporters and the country.
Ours was not a campaign, but rather an incredible and great movement. I will be president for all Americans.
And tomorrow morning, Trump is expected to be here in Washington, where President Obama will welcome him at the White House for a meeting in the Oval Office. Lauren Lister, ABC News, Capitol Hill.
And while Donald Trump celebrates his victory in the presidential race, people on the Suncoast are wondering if he can improve the economy. And also people are wondering, protesting, expressing their right to protest. We're taking a live look right here at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where there are some protests in the streets. It's hard to see at this point because of the shot that we are focusing on, but some areas are more crowded than others. Also in Chicago and New York near Trump Tower. Also hearing some more spirited protests in certain areas like Oakland, California. Also saw some in Washington, D.C. So at this point, nothing that has turned very violent. There were some fires set last night, overnight in Oakland, California. No reports of injuries or anything like that at this point, but we will keep you updated. But as of now, the protests have been peaceful. And back to that reaction on the Suncoast. Trump is heading into office as the U.S. shows gradual signs of strengthening. The economy added 161,000 jobs in October, and the unemployment rate dipped to just under 5%. Today at the Robert L. Taylor Community Complex in Sarasota, there was a job fair. Some shared their thoughts about what a Trump presidency may mean for the job market.
You know, if we are going to really respect the United States and everything that our forefathers have said, we don't need to move out of the country. What we need to do is stay in this country and fix whatever the heck is going on.
With the right oversight and the right direction, he's going to do well. I think that the economy will stabilize and the markets will follow suit as well, and there'll be a lot more jobs opening up.
As for the job fair, the director told us a few veterans received job offers on the spot, and many others are lining up follow-up interviews. The relationship between House Speaker Paul Ryan and President-elect Donald Trump has been at times a little frosty, but now that Trump has won the presidency, a top priority of his will be to maintain a good relationship with fellow Republicans in Congress. One House Republican, New York's Chris Collins, says he is willing to help Trump deal with Congress.
I think we've got an opening here where I could be maybe a go-between between Mr. Ryan and Mr. Trump, and you know, I think that's a role that I would do very well at.
Collins says he has floated that go-between idea to Ryan. The New York Republican was the first member of Congress to endorse Trump back in February. He says Trump and his daughter Ivanka called him today to express his and thank him for his support. A federal judge says that the Seminole tribe of Florida can keep blackjack tables at its casinos. The U.S. District Judge sided with the tribe against the state of Florida. The state and Seminoles reached a deal in 2010 that allowed blackjack tables at the tribe's casinos, but that expired last year. Florida has been paid more than $1.5 billion as a result. The judge ruled the tribe can keep the tables for another 14 years. The ruling could prompt state officials and the tribe to negotiate a new deal. In our special series, Suncoast 2037, the future of our elections. The country has seen many changes in voting, from women earning the right to vote in 1920 to African Americans receiving that right in 1965. Manatee County Supervisor of Elections doesn't see many changes to who votes, but more on how people vote. Right now, 3 states vote almost exclusively by mail. Mike Bennett sees more voters taking advantage of vote by mail because of the convenience over the next 20 years.
I think you're going to see more people registering to vote by mail. People are finding the convenience of it. We have more than doubled since the last election, and more people are taking advantage of that.
Bennett says he does not see voting over the internet becoming the norm. He says it could be vulnerable to fraud. And now, taking a check at our forecast, let's head over to Bob. Feels nice out there.
It's nice. Haley, right now we have some light rainfall around, some clouds too associated with a weak cold front right now. That front is going to continue to move through our area and cool us down a little bit. We are looking for a cooler day tomorrow, and it looks like a little bit more sunshine will come out as opposed to what we've seen this afternoon and this evening. These showers are very light. They're moving off toward the east right now, and that front is actually sagging southward. It will eventually push on through by late morning, and it looks like most of the clouds will be out of here throughout the day on Thursday. Right now, that rain near Longboat Key, Anna Maria Island, also near Oneiko, and some showers scattered about in eastern portions of Sarasota County. And as far as the current temperature goes, it's 73 right now with northeast winds at 7. And we are looking at quite a bit of clouds along the Gulf of Mexico, pushing off in an easterly direction. So we still have all this to clear out of here before we start to see that sunshine, which will happen, I think, by midday tomorrow. More in the forecast in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Detectives are looking for a Sarasota man who may be connected to a fatal shooting which took place last weekend. Detectives with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office have an arrest warrant for second-degree murder for 21-year-old Devon Lee Freeman. Freeman is wanted in connection with the death of Mariah Good, which took place on Sunday. Detectives say they do not believe her death was a random act. Anyone with information on Freeman's whereabouts should contact Crime Stoppers. A major housing and retail development in eastern Sarasota County just got the green light from commissioners. The development will be built just south of Clark Road at the Bee Ridge Extension in Sarasota. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us now with the details. Rick?
Yeah, Haley, we're talking about a mega development. It'll feature thousands of homes and lots of retail space. A massive development is coming to these 1,725 acres of land owned by Jim Turner off Clark Road at the Bee Ridge Extension. It's land his family has owned since the 1980s.
3,450 homes, which is 2 dwelling units per acre. It's going to be over a 20-25 year period. I think some people hear those numbers and think, wow. But, it's only going to be 200 or 300 homes a year.
Sarasota County Commissioners voted 4-1 in favor of the development on Wednesday. In addition to the homes, it'll also feature 300,000 square feet of retail and office space. As you can see right now, this land remains very empty, but in the coming years, it's going to look a whole lot different. Dan Lobick is with Control Growth Now. They're an organization that has been helping to protect the quality of life in Sarasota County. He tells us why he's opposed to this development in its current form.
This could not be worse. This is urban sprawl at its most impactful in terms of traffic, school crowding, destruction of the natural environment, increases in taxpayer expense, problems for everybody.
Turner says this development is in alignment with Sarasota County's 2050 policy, which is a plan to enhance the livability of the county by preserving its natural and cultural resources. He's excited that commissioners have given this project the go-ahead.
We're proud to put forward something that I think generations to come can be proud of as well.
And we're being told that if all goes according to plan, it may be at least another year or two before they actually break ground. Haley, back to you.
Manatee County officials are planning big for a new high school in Parrish. The school district wants to purchase 50 acres of land off of Martha Road and Erie Road. According to the Bradenton Herald, the new high school will be built to accommodate 2,000 students when it first opens. That may seem like a lot, but the school district is already planning to expand the original structure if necessary. The overall project is expected to cost $8 million. Officials are meeting with potential construction managers on Thursday. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, an update in the case of Brad Pitt being investigated for child abuse, what the accusations stem from. Plus, now that Donald Trump will be headed to the White House, what's planned for his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame that was vandalized.
ABC7 is proud to present Line Dance Central. Now you can learn popular country and not-so-country line dances from the comfort of your own home. Just visit mysuncoast.com, click on Entertainment, and you'll be kicking up your boots or flip-flops in no time. Brought to you by the White Buffalo Saloon and Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Why wait until the turkey has left you feeling tired? The Black Friday sales event has already started at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough enough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the technology and comfort you'd find in a luxury vehicle. Right now, get over 20% off. That's up to $15,000 off a new Ram 1500. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Well, it was described as a very calm and peaceful evening out on Siesta Key as the sun was setting. Fred Seeger sending this photo in to pics@mysuncoast.com. You too can send your photos into our Facebook page or even on our Twitter account as well. Van Way's a webcam showing a nice sunset tonight. Despite the clouds, there was a little break and it created for some interesting colors as the clouds are moving in from the west associated with a weak system that is we're now moving on through. The frontal boundary is just about through us. The winds are starting to shift more to a northerly direction. We've had a little bit of spotty shower activity as we expected this evening. It is still out there and it's still moving onshore at places, so look for a brief shower or two throughout the early morning hours, and then most of the rain should be over by sunrise, and we'll look for clearing skies by midday as some dry air starts to filter on in. As the front moves on through, we'll cool down too. We're looking at the ASOS system not changing the graphic, but we're looking at partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies right now at night. The dew point at 61, humidity at 66%, winds are out of the northeast at 7. The pressure 30.08 inches at this point. The high today was 83 degrees. We'll be closer to this number tomorrow and maybe even a little cooler than that as we move on through Thursday. Low temperatures will also start to get back to seasonal averages into the low 60s, even some mid 50s by Friday morning. So it will be on the cooler side by Friday. Right now it's already down to 57 in Tallahassee, 60 into Jacksonville now, and also 67 degrees Orlando, 75 in Key West, 73 here at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. A 10-degree spread there into Lake Placid, so quite a difference there. Inland area is a little bit cooler right near the coast where the water temperature is at 75 and with a westerly wind. Tends to keep things a little bit warmer right near the coast, and inland area is a little bit cooler. As far as the forecast goes for Thursday, we'll start off in the low 60s, warm into the low 80s by midday, and the sun will start to come out a little bit more so too by midday as that high pressure ridge starts to build in from the north. The water vapor content is not all that impressive this evening. We have some high clouds moving in from the west to the east. Currently we are looking at generally sunshine on Friday and through Saturday as well, so good news on that front on Friday. For Veterans Day, looks to be pretty nice weather for the parades and all the outdoor activities. Winds out of the north again tomorrow to northeast. You'll notice on this Futurecast, we're not anticipating any rainfall around, as I mentioned, throughout the day on Thursday, Friday, and even into the weekend. The big weekend looks to be okay. 34 in Toronto, 41 now into Detroit, and temperature of 48 degrees in Denver, Salt Lake City at 51, and 49 Oklahoma City, Dallas at 59, Houston at 66, and Atlanta now checking in at 55 degrees. And Jacksonville at 60. For boaters tomorrow, winds will be a bit brisk out of the northeast at around 15 knots to start the day off. Subsiding somewhat to 5 to 10 knots later on in the afternoon. Seas running right around 2 feet. There'll be a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. Tides upcoming on the screen here is 75 in the water temperature. Tides, again, the next low tide will be at 3:26 and a high tide at 8:41. Sunrise at 6:48. For tonight, the rest of the night, still a few more showers, mostly cloudy skies, low temperatures in the lower 60s. And for tomorrow, back to normal with cloudy skies in the morning, but then high temperatures right around the average, mostly sunny in the afternoon. The extended forecast looks great right through the weekend with highs in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. And then we even have a reinforcing shot of some slightly cooler air moving in on Tuesday, bringing with it a chance for a few showers and storms on Tuesday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The coroner has identified 2 more bodies found on Todd Colehep's property in Woodruff, South Carolina. Investigators removed the shipping container where authorities found Kayla Brown chained and screaming for help. Police found Brown's boyfriend's body buried on the land. The coroner identified the 2 other bodies found as Megan Lee McCraw Coxey and her husband, Johnny Joe Coxey. According to the coroner, preliminary tests suggest they both died of gunshot wounds. Investigators believe there are not any more bodies on the property.
We feel at this time we have done a thorough search, and I believe after the containers were moved today, we're still going to have a deputy guarding that scene. But as far as anybody processing that acreage right now, that part for now is going to be over unless something else comes up and we need to go back out there.
Colehep is in police custody. He is charged in Brown's kidnapping and 4 killings, which took place in 2003. Brad Pitt has been cleared of child abuse charges. The Los Angeles County Department of Child and Family Services cleared the actor after investigating a verbal and physical abuse incident. According to TMC, that incident happened on a private jet back in September while Pitt was intoxicated. Days later, Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt. For now, she has custody of their 6 children. Officials say they plan to unveil Donald Trump's fully repaired Hollywood star as soon as possible now that he is on his way to the White House. Trump received the star in 2007 for starring in NBC's reality show The Apprentice. But this protester damaged Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on October 26th. Cameras rolled as James Otis used a sledgehammer to break the concrete and remove the nameplate. Otis was arrested and charged with felony vandalism. The damage estimate is around $2,500. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
This is what's left of America Tonight. Are you still going to punch Donald Trump in the face? Because you can now get arrested for that, I think. Yeah.
I can't do that now.
Yeah, right.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Hello, I'm Jamie DiDomenico with Cool Today, Plumbing Today, and Energy Today. Here on the Suncoast, taking care of people is more than a slogan, it's a way of life. On Tuesday, November 15th, do your part and show that the Suncoast cares. Come by the Suncoast Blood Bank from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and donate one or more of these important items needed by local organizations, including a life-saving blood donation. For more details, visit suncoastcares.org. That's Tuesday, November 15th from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Suncoast Blood Bank. See you there.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 15th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. Watch live cooking demonstrations from local chefs and take part in a silent auction to bid on creative prize packages that will delight any foodie or wine connoisseur. The event will feature live music by Kettle of Fish. There's free parking, and all proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. Don't miss this year's Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Now, sports.
The Riverview Rams won their district in high school football, and they're in the playoffs for the first time in 3 years. ABC7's Don Brennan has more on the star running back who helped put them there.
Riverview will host a game at the Ram Bowl Friday night in the first round of the playoffs. Ali Boyce comes in hot off the big rivalry win against Sarasota. He had 173 yards rushing in that game.
Ali Boyce is a guy that we can count on. He does everything right. He's a coach's dream. He runs as hard as anybody I've seen this year. He's just a workhorse for us and has done a great job all year.
Boyce is just a sophomore, but the big game against the Sailors was just one in a long string of them this year. In fact, he went over the 1,000-yard rushing mark in that game that had a playoff atmosphere.
And after number 25, Ali Boyce, and he's in! Touchdown, Rams!
It was great. Like, the crowd was crazy, and then everyone was in it. The whole line. It was great.
It's not just one player that has gotten the Rams hosting Olympia in the playoffs Friday night, but if you can run the ball, which they did behind Boyce, it sets the tone for everything else.
It's special, man. He's a great teammate. He's a great part of our program, and he produces every single night.
We haven't been in playoffs in a while, so it was great for me. It was my first time being in playoffs, so it was very exciting.
Congratulations to the playoff-bound Ali Boyce of Riverview High School. He is our ABC7 Athlete of the Week.
With the ABC7 Athlete of the Week, I'm Don Brennan for your Suncoast Sports.
Thank you, Don. Florida coach Jim McElwain says quarterback Austin Appleby will start against South Carolina on Saturday. Starter Luke Del Rio will be out, quote, a while with a right shoulder injury. McElwain adds he is not afraid to play Felipe Franks, a 6'6" freshman who has yet to make his college debut. Appleby has thrown for 440 yards with 3 touchdowns and an interception in 2 starts in place of Del Rio earlier this season. A second consecutive big accomplishment for Tampa Bay Rays Kevin Kiermaier. He is the recipient of the Gold Glove Award as the American League's best defensive center fielder. The 26-year-old only played in 105 games this year because of injuries, but his performance this season was enough to earn him another Gold Glove, finishing ahead of Boston's Jackie Bradley Jr. and Toronto's Kevin Pillar. Kiermaier says he would have understood if he didn't receive the award because of his injuries this season. Clothing and other merchandise celebrating a possible win for the Cleveland Indians in the World Series will be destroyed instead of donated. Championship merchandise is produced for both teams so that items can be immediately sold to the winning team's fans. But the Chicago Cubs beat the Indians in the World Series. MLB says it has opted to destroy the items this year in order to, quote, protect the team from inaccurate merchandise being available in the general marketplace. Probably because it was such a historic one with the Cubs winning. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto number straight ahead.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
A Kansas State student whose car was broken into by a hungry candy bar thief is now getting repaid thousands of times over. Hunter Jobbins wrote on Twitter that he left his car for about 15 minutes, and when he returned, he found a handwritten note on a napkin and his candy bar missing. After seeing Jobbins' misfortune, Hershey, the makers of Kit Kat, decided to replace the stolen treat. They sent 6,500 Kit Kat candy bars to that student, and you can see that he was really nice and started handing those out on campus, because who could eat that many Kit Kats, right?
Right. I love them. Kit Kats are great.
Our director Dave said he could. Yeah, I mean, over a lifetime, yeah. But also, you can't keep them in your, well, if you're in Florida, you can't keep them in your car. They're going to melt.
Yeah,
but,
put them in the freezer and keep them for a long time, I guess.
Sounds
That's
so
right.
good right now. A frozen Kit Kat. Might have to have a post-show snack. Have a good evening. We will see you back here tomorrow.